Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moments. You guys, I just want to do kind of a update video on my bariatric surgery. So I've basically started back into all regular foods now. They tell you to go slow. They tell you to be careful with vegetables and fruit that have skin on them. They, tell you to peel them. They tell you all this. They tell you all that. Bottom line, for me, I've jumped right back into solid food. Haven't had an issue. Haven't had an issue with anything. I don't feel full. Never feel full. Never feel pressure. They do tell you that once you're eating, you'll get to a point where you feel full. Stop when you feel full. If you eat too much, you will get sick. This is what they tell you. This is not always true. I would say for the most part it's true. I would say maybe 90% of people have that full feeling, have that pressure. Then you have 10% of people, like me, don't feel it. You don't feel it. You don't feel it. I haven't had any issues eating anything. I had yogurt and raspberries one day and immediately got diarrhea. Now, I'm thinking it's because of the sugar contents, because they do say if you have too much sugar, you will have what's called dumping syndrome, where it's called dumping syndrome for a reason. That's the only thing I can think of. But I have had yogurt and raspberries on other occasions where I didn't have diarrhea. So, don't know. But I've pretty much had everything, you guys. They do also say that some people can be intolerant to things such as eggs, lettuce, eggs, things like that. I haven't had any issues. I had salads, no problem. I do also feel like I'm eating too much. Not that I'm full, but just looking at it in my bowl, I'm like, that's probably more than I should be eating at this stage. I'm currently 6 weeks out from my surgery, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's probably too much. And then I'm like, but it's okay. I'll stop when I get full. But I don't, and then I eat the whole thing. Now, thankfully, I'm still eating more healthy food choices like salads, that kind of thing. So even though I'm eating the whole bowl, and it's probably more than I should be eating, calorie-wise, it's still okay, if that makes sense. So it's a really big learning curve to figure out how much I should be eating, what I should be eating, the whole thing. Because when your body doesn't give you that you're full feeling, it's hard to know when you're full, right? Now, like I said, 6 weeks out. I was actually just in Regina yesterday for my 6-week follow-up appointments. So I had to drive to Regina, which if you've seen gas prices, you guys, it cost me like $120 just in fuel to drive to Regina. I was there all day because I left at like 8 in the morning. I didn't get home until 6:30 at night. And it was just, honestly, there was no reason to be there. There was no reason to be there. Everything that happened could have been done via Zoom or the phone. Honestly. Whatever. The nice thing is I got to meet the 2 other ladies who had surgery on the same day as me. That's right. There were 3 of us who had surgery on the same day in the same hospital. Not in the same room. I didn't meet them before yesterday. It would have been nice, and they agreed with me, to have known them ahead of time, to have been put in the same room as them during, after surgery, to share our experience, because we literally went through the exact same thing. But they didn't do that, which is unfortunate. So that's fine. I wish them well on their journeys. I hope they're doing well. So basically, went to Regina. They gave us a little booklet on, eating well. They went over our medications because they do have us on a chewable multivitamin, a liquid calcium supplement, a vitamin B12 dissolving tablet, and a vitamin D. And they want us to switch from the chewable multivitamin to a regular multivitamin. They also want us to switch from the liquid calcium to a tablet calcium. So that needs to be done now, which honestly, I'm looking forward to switching the calcium from the liquid to the tablet because the liquid calcium is gross, you guys. 3 times a day. Blech. Not a fan. So that was good news. So they kind of just went over the classes. They went over the food. They talked about, hey, have you guys tried this? Have you tried that? Have you guys had any issues? The whole thing, literally everything. I'm like, I've had no issues with anything, like no issues with anything. And they looked at it as a positive. They were like, oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Well, you must be eating the right amount of food then because, otherwise you'd probably feel full. So the fact that you're eating and not feeling full means you're probably doing great. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, but just looking at the portion sizes of my salad, because honestly, it's salad, right? It doesn't take much to get a cup of salad, right? Like once you put your lettuce in there and your other veggies in there and your protein in there, you've now got 2 cups of salad, right? And I should be eating 1 cup. But again, they're like, you got to get this much protein in, you got to get this, and it's just like, to get it all in is impossible. So I revert back to what I've been saying in my videos. They don't know. They don't know. Everybody's different. I don't think there's enough research out there. I don't think they really have a clue. Someone had asked, how many calories are we supposed to be taking in? And her answer literally was, I don't know. So they don't know. They don't know anything. So I've just been following what my body is telling me, eating when I'm hungry, trying to watch portions, trying to make sure what I'm putting in my body has good nutritional value, and isn't just empty calories. I'm doing my best. Obviously, I'm not a perfect. I've had some issues. I've had some mistakes, but I'm working my way through it. So yeah, so they went over some things, gave us the supplements, revisions. After that, I met with the surgeon, and he was really nice. They looked at everything. They weighed me too. First thing when I got there, they weighed me. So basically 6 weeks. And in 6 weeks, I have lost 32 pounds in 6 weeks. I'm starting to notice a little bit of a difference. Like I think in my face, I look a little bit more slender in my jawline. I've also noticed that, especially in the car, I'm like, ooh, I'm actually, I'm sitting up a little higher. Usually I'm all like hunched over. But in the car especially, I'm like, oh, I'm actually sitting up a little bit more. That's mostly because I've lost boob. So, they're not as heavy, so my shoulders aren't so over. But I am sitting up a little bit better. I've noticed, like this shirt, for example, this was tight on me last year, and it fits me now. So I have obviously lost some weight. I still don't have 100% of a thigh gap, but it's a bigger gap than it used to be. So, there's little things that I've noticed. Don't get me wrong. I got a long way to go still. Still got a long way to go. But, it's a start. 32 pounds in 6 weeks. That's a pretty good start. So, because they don't know anything, I kind of taking things more on my shoulders to try to figure out. Now, they did give me clearance now for exercise. So up until my appointment with them, literally all they said was just do walking for exercise. Don't be lifting, because I still couldn't lift anything over 10 pounds. So they're like, don't do anything crazy, just walk for your exercise. And that's what I had been doing. And I've been doing pretty good with the walking, actually. I really like my Fitbit for that because it really tells me how many steps and stuff I got in, which is great. They gave me clearance for exercise. So they're like, you can do pretty much anything now. There's really no restrictions on how much weight you can or can't lift. Just, again, listen to your body. If you lift weight and you feel it pulling on your stomach or something, then obviously that's too much, Listen to your body, adjust as needed is basically what they've said. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I actually have appointments today. I am meeting with my naturopath, which I have been seeing for about a year now, just to get her to help me with some things. And then a brand new person, I'm going to be meeting with a nutritionist. Now, I have met with nutritionists in the past. This one I've never met with before. I'm kind of excited because she is working out of my physiotherapist's office. And in my opinion, my physiotherapist is the best in the city, if not the province. He's amazing. I've been seeing him for over 25 years. And I know him. Him and I have a very similar outlook when it comes to running our businesses, and I know that he would only hire the best. So I know she's going to be good. She also specializes in vegetarian and vegan diets. Well, I shouldn't say she specializes. She is familiar with and has worked with patients before, clients before that are vegetarian and vegan. So she's very familiar with it. She's also very familiar with bariatric patients because those were big things for me. I need to see someone who's familiar with bariatric patients so you know what we can and can't do, and you're familiar with vegetarian or vegan diet because that's what I am following. So she's very familiar with both of those things. So that was good. She also just entered and won like a bodybuilding competition. So she obviously knows stuff to do with your body, right? Like she's obviously, it's not like going to get nutritionist advice from someone who's 400 pounds, right? Maybe not the best coach. She is living what she preaches, right? So I'm excited for that. I'm hoping that she can help me. I'm hoping she can keep me on the right track. I think I'm pretty much on the right track. I just need a little help figuring out the best things I can eat, maybe when I should eat, when I shouldn't eat, all that kind of stuff. I have lots of questions for her. She does also handle training. Now, I'm on the fence, you guys, with training. I have some reservations. I'm scared, and I'll tell you why. It just seems that every time in the past when I've got gung-ho about going to the gym and I start working out, I hurt myself somehow, whether it's my back or my ankle or something. So I'm a little nervous about getting injured. I'm also nervous because as much as I know logically exercising is good for you and it should help tone my body and help with weight loss, I'm also nervous because I'm scared that the scale is going to start increasing instead of decreasing. My body does not work the way it's supposed to. I don't know what it is. There's something about my body. It doesn't respond to things the way most people's bodies respond to things. I've done gyms before. I've done personal trainers before. I've worked my butt off before with zero results, and it's been very frustrating. I need to see results to keep motivated, and I'm a little scared that that's not going to happen because in the past it hasn't happened. So why would it be different now? So I'm nervous about it. I'm also trying to figure out what the best course of action is. I do have a lot of equipment here at home. I could do just the gym at the home. The problem with that is I'm not disciplined enough to do it at home. it's so easy for me to get distracted by watching TV, watching TikTok, cleaning the house, doing laundry, whatever, anything but working out. Another option is getting a gym membership. Now, those aren't cheap, right? You're probably looking at $700 for a year of a gym membership. Now, over time, yeah, it's not that expensive, and I know you need to invest in your health. I get all that, but still, when you're on a budget, it's a lot. And then you got to ask yourself, even if I get the gym membership, am I actually going to go to the gym? Am I going to use the membership? Because I have had gym memberships in the past where I've just never gone and I've wasted everything. So is that going to work for me? I've also been looking into kickboxing classes, and they're about $160 a month for unlimited classes. But I also got to ask myself, am I going to be comfortable in a group setting? Am I going to feel welcome there? Am I going to, want to go? Or again, am I throwing money away? It's really, it's hard to know what the right thing to do is. So I'm hoping by meeting with a nutritionist today, like I said, she also trains, she'll be able to give me some insights. She'll be able to give me some advice. And then we can kind of go from there and see where I'm going to go. I do feel kind of motivated. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. There's a lot going on. I am feeling a little overwhelmed with things. Now, according to my surgeon and the other bariatric members I met with, they all say that I'm on track for weight loss. They're like, yeah, you're doing great. According to your numbers and stuff, you're doing great. And it's like, okay, like you say I'm doing great. I don't know. You guys. I'm trying to take it one day at a time. It's in one sense, it's hard to believe it's been 6 weeks already. Like, where did that time go? I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of my update. Got clearance for exercise, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Meeting with a nutritionist, seeing my naturopath again after surgery. We'll see where it goes from here. We'll see what I decide. And yeah, we'll go from there. My next meeting with my bariatric team is 3 months from surgery. I have to go get my blood work done, and they're going to check all my vitamin levels and stuff to make sure everything is good. So that'll be, another 6 weeks from now. And then I'll probably do another update. Well, for sure, I'll do another update at my 3-month post-op. I'm sure there'll be a few little updates between now and then. But a 3-month post-op, I'm also probably going to do some pictures and share with you guys what I look like before surgery and what I look like 3 months post-op, just so you can kind of see if there's a difference. But that's kind of where we're at. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for continuing to follow me on this bariatric journey. It means a lot to me. If it's one thing that you need when you're going through this is support. So I do really appreciate you watching my videos. Let me know if you are going through the same thing or if you're thinking about it. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you have any questions, again, please just comment below. I will answer your questions. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.